Hey, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a process video for yet another December Daily page from my 2024 album. I'm going to be working on December 11th. December 11th was a Wednesday, and I had planned to do a Where I Stand Wednesday themed page. If you're not familiar, my friend Leah, she goes by Crafty Mew, and Monica from I Love It All Shop host this prompt each week on Wednesdays where you just share a picture of where you stood on Wednesday. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I participate there fairly regularly throughout the year. And when I was looking through my photos for this particular Wednesday, I realized I had a couple different options that I really liked, as well as there were a couple cool photos that I had grabbed from the week before that I wanted to include at some point. But instead of just picking one photo, I incorporated a whole bunch for a more inclusive story for December 11th. And it's just various places that I've stood throughout the month of December. I grabbed all of the photos. I think I'm using 11 different photos, and then the 12th spot is going to be like my title square. And I put those all on 4x6s. I made the frame in Canva and then printed them on 4x6s from my PM400. That works fairly well for me. I also included a piece of pattern paper that is from, I think, Marion Magical a couple years back, the In a Creative Bubble kit that came with a ton of digital downloads. I'm still on top of the regular product, so I still have all of those designs that I'm still loving. So I'm going to put that one right there in the center. I do have a label for that. So you'll see there's that little bundle of stuff that I just put on that little square of patterned paper. I had gone in, and when I first made my photo grid to print out of my 2x2s, I overlaid little digital labels and put in the captions from each of those photos. They ended up being a little bit smaller. Sometimes, if I print from my phone to the PM400, it's just a little bit smaller for some reason, instead of using my computer or my iPad with the Epson print app. So they're a little bit smaller. You won't be able to see all of the captions. So, but in person, they don't feel so microscopic. But one thing I should have done when I was setting this up was like screenshot where I had laid each one out, because now I can't remember how I had them all arranged when I first planned this on. So we are going to fiddle with the placement for some of these, but I'll go through really quick and tell you. The first one is my kids have Elf on the Shelf in their classroom. It's not something that I do at home. So they have a classroom elf, which is so fun, and the kids really enjoy it. I have been teaching PE at our local school, and we did a Build a Snowman relay race. The next photo, one of my most favorite ornaments, cracked and fell off the tree and shattered. It was like one of those old, they look like metal, but they're actually glass. And that one just says Bah Humbug. We had a Wednesday adventure at the local lake, and I added that one. Then the moon was really bright, and because of the overcast and the moisture in the air, it gave it that cool little halo effect. Sweeping at school, staff potlucks. Then we had a mishap on the way to my parents' house, and you can see we had a sweater in the sink of our hotel room. Then my sister had mushrooms growing in her front yard, and my brother made a really inappropriate joke, which was hilarious. So, of course, I had to add that. Then, family bowling, and then we did a stop at our local cafe in Flagstaff where we used to live. So, that's what all of the pictures are from the month. And then I just used a bigger version of those labels on that centerpiece and layered it, and it just said where I stood in December and added the little date banner. And it really helped doing this all digitally beforehand. So really the hardest part here was just remembering where I wanted each one to, well, the hardest part was cutting them all out. Now I could have just printed them with the labels directly on the photo and then cut them all out and put them in the pockets, but I liked you can kind of see the difference in texture between printing them on cardstock and adding them to the photo paper versus just printing them on the photo paper. So that is that. Pretty straightforward for this one, and that's all the journaling I'm using. I'm just trying to go make sure that none of them look too much like they're in a straight line. None of them are touching. So, and I'm just using my tape runner. For something like this, I flip it upside down and then lay the piece on top and then peel it up. Um, I if you watched my last video, this is basically the main adhesive I use in my scrapbooking. Every now and then I'll use like a glue style adhesive, but me and my ATG have been going strong for quite some time now, and this is one of those you can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of thing, because I just am so comfortable with the ATG. So, anyways, that is what we're working with for this layout. I'm not going to make you suffer through me going back and forth fiddling with labels, and we're going to use the magic of video editing to skip ahead to the end here. I still have a couple more process videos to share with you that I've recorded. I'm not sure if I will have extra time to show you the full album, but we are getting there. These were some of the things that I had recorded a while ago and just didn't get a chance to edit and voice over, but we're working on it. So, anyways, thank you for being here and spending your time with me. I hope that you've gotten some creative ideas on how to use your December daily projects or something you might want to try in the upcoming year. As always, hit like and or subscribe. Leave any comments down below. Check out Leah and Monica on Wednesdays on Instagram and join in on the fun. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.